Okay, story time. Alright, the Hugh Hefner story. Okay, so my dad's business, which he was in sailing, celestial navigation, and boats and stuff. My dad taught the Hefners, Hugh Hefner and Keith Hefner and another Hefner, and he taught them how to sail, and they were regular customers and all that. And at one point, my dad had, oh, you should get my Playboy card. My dad had, he got pretty tight with Hugh Hefner, basically for business reasons. And so he started getting invited to the parties at the Hefner house out there behind UCLA in Westwood, California, because it mates up, the fences mate right up to UCLA. And, man, I would have loved to gone to one of those deals. So I think he got invited about 3 parties a year, and he would only go like once a year. And I could sure see my dad going to one of those parties. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Straight up, the captain and everything, yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, as many girlfriends as my dad's ever had, oh my gosh. Yeah. They're like, hairs on your head. Like hairs on your head, but anyway. Looking at my card. So anyway, he took my baby sister with him on some deal. I don't know if it was a party or they were just going out on business, but they went out to the house at Westwood. And my baby sister has zero interest in Playboy, sexy clothes, platforms, bell bottoms, anything, period. She's just not that way. She's really simple, very simple individual with an Ozzy and Harriet marriage that has lasted all her life. Amazing. Hats off to her for sure. Because you don't hear that very often. But anyway, so she goes with the captain, and they go out to the house out there, and she said, well, in the entry, the first thing you see, because I'm like, tell me about it, what's the deal, I wanted to go. And she's like, well, in the entryway, it has this big thing of Marilyn Monroe, this big, cover from the magazine, from Playboy magazine. And I think that was, actually, personally, I think that was like the 1956 edition or something like that. It was like the first cover of Playboy with Marilyn on it or something. And then she says, you go through and there's all these women through there. And Hugh Hefner is sitting on the couch in silk pajamas with all these chicks around and a Monopoly game on the table. And they are playing with real money. And I said, man, if I could have been there to see that, it'd have been iconic. And she's like, well, I don't care. It doesn't, excite me. And I've tried to give her Playboy jackets, Playboy jewelry, all kinds of stuff. She's like, no. And I'm like, why? I'll give you a $500 Playboy jacket. Because I retail them. The real ones, authentic stuff. And she's like, no. I said, anybody would die to have that. She's like, nope. It's just not her thing. She's very simple. And she just doesn't care about stuff like that. But I'm like, man, why did he take you with him? Because I would have just so appreciated being there to experience that, especially if I was able to photograph it or anything like that. That would have been iconic, And to her, it was like, it was a place. So that's the Hugh Hefner story. My dad did business with him for years, and do you know? My dad gave me this. That's a real Playboy Club card. See it? Oh, yeah. See it? My dad gave me that. He called me on the phone and he said, "Say, do you want my Playboy Club card? I wish he gave it to me years ago." My mother was a cocktail waitress for the Playboy Club. Uh, and that was a long time ago. And the Playboy Club had since closed. I think it was out on Wilshire or Sunset. That was a really neat club. But anyway, yeah, I got his card. He gave to me. Isn't that cool? Yeah. He's like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, it's no good. It doesn't do anything." I'm like, "I don't care. I mean, that's just iconic." So I keep that, and I keep it in a safe place and everything. It's pretty neat. I'm proud of it. But anyway, and one day I'll tell you the story about my mom's Playboy necklace. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it, and throw me a cool thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed for more cool true stories and tips and traveling and restaurant reviews, product reviews, and DoorDash reviews and food delivery service and catering. Talk to you later. You have a really great one. Love to you.